Well, welcome all, and it's another Tuesday, if you can believe it. Progress for me is starting to go well. I can stand, I'm getting around better, and getting out the shower. Yay! I'll tell you what, if you don't know what that's like, try doing a week, let alone 5 weeks, without being able to get in the shower and only be able to use a sink for your bathtub. So I hope everyone is well here today. And Cookie, I see you. It's just not my recommendation to do one, but I will pull a card for you today. Hi, James. How are you? I see you. Hi, Kay. Haven't seen you in a little bit. I'm getting stronger each day. So hopefully I'll be getting back to a little bit more normal here in the near future. But so anyway, I will go ahead and I'm gonna do a read, but you know, I'm not like, oh, what's the word? It's just not something you typically do. It's like making decisions right after someone passes that's close to you, or just in general. It's kind of a difficult process because we need to process our grief, and that takes a while, right? Of course, Mango's screaming. He's over here. I'll show you. He's hiding in his cage here. There's Mango. Show everybody. Say hi, bud. Say hi, Mango. Yep, he's loud. The keeps are, look, and there's all my stuff down here in the bottom. And sorry about that. Let's get that set. There we go. The birds are locked up today. They're loud. They're noisy. They're happy I'm back at my desk. Which is actually quite a feat because I can't sit on every kind of chair. So I am going to, let's see if I can fix this a little bit. There you go. I'll pull a card for you. Yeah, but hey, it's not that I don't want to pull a card for you. It's just kind of, like I said, when something happens, it's that traumatic. We need process grief. Okay, so, but let me see what I can get for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so the card I got for you today is the chameleon, the lizard. Okay, so the lizard, and as you can see, this is a gecko. This is a little gecko. He's pretty cool. He's all about blending into the environment. It's also about, if it loses a part of its tail, it grows back on. So actually this card is extremely fitting for you, because you are, okay, all right, let me figure out how they're saying this. Okay, so it's like you're going through emotional changes, right? And this lizard changes to the environment. So this is like going through a kind of a progression, right? Some days you may be up and you're feeling okay, and some days you may not be feeling great, and it's kind of all over the map. So with a gecko, when they move, their colors change. So you're trying to balance again, bring that balance so that you can kind of maneuver through what life is giving you right now, okay? But they do show the tail being broken off, okay? And the tail being broken off is your loss, right? Your loss of a young man who you felt as your brother. So it has broken off, but you have to remember, over time, it will grow and it'll come back out and it'll be stronger. So you kind of need to just give yourself that time to heal. And you have to allow yourself to heal, because sometimes we don't. Maybe we think we are, but we're not. And we hang on to things so tightly that we're not allowing room for that healing to come in for yourself, ourself, okay? Last year, I didn't even quite realize I was doing the same thing, but I was closing off because of physical things, not what you're going through emotionally right now. So this is all about just, it's going to take time, right? When the lizard loses its tail, it takes a long time for it to get its length back, right? So it's going to take you time, and don't beat yourself up about it, to get to a place of balance again. And you just have to allow the healing to happen, however that goes for you, whether it's sharing about Yo, or thinking about him, or doing things that maybe the two of you liked, and just kind of going through. But you have to open to that healing, otherwise it's not going to help. Okay, yeah. Okay, and the other thing I'm being told to tell you is, with that healing and allowing that healing, you have to remember that when we transition and our soul's energy leaves, it's still around us. So I 100% feel that Yo is around all of us, in different ways. And he wouldn't want you to stop everything in your life. He wouldn't want you to go through this lengthy, I feel broken type of an emotion, right? He would want you to continue to enjoy life and be here and do things. And that's kind of what I'm getting. And again, it's like the tail broke. It will grow back. You will find balance again, but it's going to take time. Okay, can't be rushed. There's no right time, no wrong how amount of time. There's no right way or wrong way. It's how you deal with the grief. And I know just by talking with you right now and kind of connecting with your energy, you're still broken about this, and it's okay to be that way. And just know that, like I said last week, everybody's here for you, and happy to listen or whatever. Okay, but I know 100% Yo's not going to want you to just drag it all forward. You have to take the time to process your grief. Okay, so I love you much, David, and this is your card, the lizard. Okay, it's really difficult for a lot of us as humans, as we walk, with things that change, right? And death isn't just physical death. Death is a death of a way of life. It could be like things that you used to do that you can't do anymore. And like in my case, there's a lot I can't do anymore physically, right? So you kind of have to allow yourself to grieve it, and then allow that healing to come in so that new things will open up for us. I still think about Yo-Yo and all his antics that he had. But the biggest thing I found is how much joy he brought to the world around him. Everybody had something really good to say about him and how they were. He always tried to help people, lift them up emotionally. So, yeah. So, all right, let me go down here. Hi, James. How are you? I hope you're well. Let's see, Kate. Kate, yep. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. You want a card for that? I will give you a card because I'm sure down the road here you probably have. The Chronicles of Queen Nutmeg, Pud Pud, and Emily. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. I'll look at your stuff down here in a minute. Let me give Kay, because it's her birthday. Oh, that's only in a couple days. Awesome. Birthdays are cool. Celebrate all the new, and I hope you have a great year around the sun, filled with many blessings and joys for you. All righty. Let's see what I can pull for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, okay. So your card today is the Elk. Okay. So elk are all about letting your voice be heard, like Mulan is doing in the background right now. She's been a diva past 5 weeks. It's been kind of crazy. She didn't like the fact that I left. So elk are about the community around you. That can be either your family, but it's the most important people that are around you. And it can be family by choice or friends, that are really close to you. And it's telling me really loudly, you have to start interacting a little bit more with them, because I'm seeing like a nucleus, right, of your sacred circle. So it's like really super small. So what they're showing me is like this, right? So this is like really small because it can fit. And it's like you haven't been kind of venturing out past that, but the time now is to open up a little bit more, to allow more things to start coming in with you, right? Just kind of you need your voice to be heard. You need to be able to get it out to a wider audience, I guess is what they're saying. But you need to open a little bit more, and it's safe, it's okay, because I mean you can always go back into the nucleus, but you really don't want to, because you're missing things that you should be engaging in, things that will add positives to your life, that will bring in new people that are positive as well, right? So you have to kind of expand your circle. And this is kind of what they're talking about right now. And by communication, you can do that. And basically any of these new people or new events or new things that are coming in, just set your boundaries. So you have to speak where your boundaries are, so that it's okay when they come in, you're not getting kind of like rushed, is what they're saying. So that is your card today, and it is the elk. I hope you have a happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Okay, hi. Pud and Emily, the Chronicles of Queen Nutmeg. That's intriguing. Welcome. I'm glad everybody's here sharing some energy with us. Oops, got to go along. This just popped up. So hang on, guys. I'm going to go down and look. Let me see. I'm doing readings for people. I am doing pretty good. Pretty good. It's each day it comes along. Hi, Rihanna. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And of course, I can do you, Deja. I'm happy to give you a card today. All right, let's see what I can pull up for you today. These new cards are getting broken, so that's awesome. What am I doing? I'm doing readings, Phoenix. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so your card today, one of my favorites, is the honeybee. Honey and the honeybee itself, okay? So I apologize in advance. He's in a screaming mood today. Honey is a collective, okay? Honey with the bee is about a collective, okay? It's about, let me hear what they're saying. Okay, so it's kind of about as you're working through for a goal, yeah? And the honey would be the goal coming in, but it's all about the work in between that occurs. So what I'm getting for you today is you've got a goal or something you've kind of set your mind on that you want to either do or have included into your life. And you're like the worker bee, going through and making sure everything's right. The I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, right? And they just want you to know that the goal that you're trying to get to, you will achieve that. But it's going to take a little bit of work to get there, right? And a lot of people, including myself at times, matter of fact, I had a little tizzy fit the other day. We kind of feel like, why can't it be easier? Why can't it be simpler to do? Why don't we have a press go button and it takes care of everything? And that's not really how it works. So with the bee and the honey, yeah, you'll be fulfilled with whatever this is at the end, but there's still a little bit of work to do. But also they're bringing into me again is the hive. Okay, so they all work together for a common goal, and this is what I'm also hearing is you need to allow others to assist you. And I get it, because I like doing myself. I don't like having to depend on other people, but it's a big lesson, right? And I had to learn it again this year when I fell. And it's okay to ask for assistance, and there's nothing wrong with it. So if you do that, you'll get to that goal quicker, but you still need to work through it. And like I said, ask if you want to get to it quicker, you need to ask for assistance to do it. And there's no problem with that. You allow that to happen. And, oftentimes because we do, the outcome is even better. Okay, so Deja, thanks for coming in today. I appreciate you and your energy, and I hope that resonates for you today. Okay. All right, let me go down a little bit. Let me see. Chloe, I'm there with you, dear. I think a lot of it was the energy that was around and kind of threw me way off balance. I had difficult times as well. Hi, Michelle Harris. How are you? I hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so let me go down. Yeah, the birds, yeah, they're a lot. Hello, Sue. I hope you're well. Boy, a lot of people here today. Yeah. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Yeah, I can give you a card. For all of you that don't know, Pamela Levy is in my Wolf and the Bear group. Feel free to pop over there. I'll put the link up, and she's an amazing photographer, just one of them that's in the group. And oops, I gotta do this the other way. Sorry, I almost mixed them up the wrong way. Amazing photographer, amazing work that she does, and it's well worth a look. Okay. All right, Pamela, let's see what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and well, I shuffled them. I'm not going to say I didn't shuffle them, because I did, and I cut them. Your card today is also the lizard. Okay. Now, for you, okay, the words that just came through really quickly was in waiting. So it's like you're perched on, the lizard's perched up on a branch, right? And they're waiting for something to happen so that they can react. Okay. And I feel like this is in, it's kind of like a waiting period. I hate waiting periods. Lord in heaven, I hate waiting periods. They're really hard to push through, but we have to hold patience. And this is what I'm being told for you. They're showing me that little tiny lizard up on a tree branch, just waiting, like waiting for its next meal to come in or come by or whatever, or they're kind of stepping back, but whatever the reason, they're up on this limb patiently waiting. And this is what I'm told for you is, yeah, it sort of sucks. And this is what I'm hearing, but you have to continue with that little bit of patience. You will get to the goal, that thing, the event that you need to be at the right time. So the universe is kind of working with you with that, but you still have to continue to have a little bit of patience. Part of it is because the cycle, they're telling me, like there's a cycle that we go through as humans, like, and each of us have our own resonance and our own cycle that we go through, and it's kind of like you're stuck in the middle of a cycle and it's hard to move forward. But this is why they're saying you need a little bit of patience. Once you have a little bit of patience, stuff will kind of mellow out a little bit, and it'll be easier to approach, easier to walk through and reach that goal. Okay, Pamela, so that is your card today, sister girl. All right, it's the lizard. I swear, it just cracks me up sometimes how it comes through. Hi, Sue. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. I hope you're doing well, and thank you guys for being here. Love the energy that's here. I saw a couple of them above. I read them. I'm not sure what else it was. Hi, Charla. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good, and I hope Vu is keeping things straight down by you. I was thinking of you this morning with those pups, those beautiful pups. Boy, you got your hands full. Woo! I don't know that I could do that anymore. I think I'm getting old, literally old. All right. Oh, she had a birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Belated. I gotcha. Chronicles of Nutmeg. Happy birthday. Last Friday. Ooh, I bet you had a long weekend. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Nice to see you here. Okay, gonna go down a little bit. Sure, I can pull you a card. Yeah. All right. Let's see what I can get for you. I don't recall. I don't recall pulling anything for you before. Let's see what I can get for you. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I had a bunch of these in my yard today. Your card today is the deer. Okay, and actually, this is one of the new cards that I have. I took it from the doe to the deer. Doe a deer? Yeah, no. But this is more about, and if you look at this particular deer, it's the antlers, right? What I'm being shown, because we had the spring equinox, I believe, yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure. It was very recently. I'm kind of laughing because spring in Michigan, northern Michigan, is snow and ice, which we have. But this is coming through for you today is almost like the shedding of the antlers, right? Which happens during the winter, and they leave it behind so that they can stay healthy and grow again. The rut's over and all that stuff. So for you, what this is kind of telling me is, again, you're in a rut. This is not the kind of rut the deer has, but you're in a rut. And what it is you're trying to shed stuff that you don't need anymore to move forward in a healthy, happy way. And it's like, you're like, and they keep saying, and I'm kind of laughing at them because they're like stuck in a rut, right? Sometimes it's really difficult for us to pull ourselves up out of a place or a space that we're in, either physically, emotionally, spiritually. Sometimes it's a lot. I had a meltdown, like I said, last week, a verbal meltdown here in the house, but I also had a meltdown at myself, yelling because I had fell and this was really stupid and blah 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 blah. But I also was told it was for a reason that this happened, which I can tell you at another time. But this is where you're at right now, and what we have to do, and I will say I don't know what's going on with you right now, but they're showing me you in a rut, is we have to allow healing into ourselves, kind of like a salve, they're saying, because there's like many things connected to where we're at right now. And you have to allow healing to come in. You have to take time. And if you're anything like I am right now, I'm so sick of being laid up. I can't even begin to tell you. I'm over it. And somebody said to me the other day, I went to the doctors and they said, well, this has like been a while. I said, yeah, it's been 6 weeks and a few days. I've been nothing but in bed. Now I'm getting to the point where I can get out, I can get and take showers. But we have to allow healing to come in. And sometimes because we get so frustrated with everything that's been going on, we push the good stuff out because our energy level is pissed off nines, right? You don't want to deal with it. You're sick of it. I've had it. I've had enough, and you can do that and blow a gasket and it's great. And let me tell you, it was great. I felt 100% better just letting that out. Then you allow the healing to come in. And this is what they're saying. You need to shed the old ways or what you've been doing up to this point, or the kind of place that your mindset is. And believe me, your mindset has a lot to do with healing or not allowing healing. So get rid of it and slowly allow good, positive things to come in for you and allow that healing to come in. Okay, so that is your card, Miss Mandy, and I hope it resonates for you. Thanks for coming on. Okay, so let me, okay. You're new to me, so, I'm not blocking you. I don't know, I'm not blocking you, I can tell you that. Sure, hi Val, how are you? I hope you're well. I will pull you a card, definitely. Hang on. Okay. I don't know about anybody else, but spring up here isn't really sprung yet. Although I have seen robins up here, which in Michigan, they're the state bird. And if you start seeing them, they say winter's over. But I will say, over the past years, I can tell you the robins were here and we had 6 feet of snow. So, yeah, it's not always a telling sign. Okay, Val, let's see what I got for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm laughing because of Mango. He's eyeballing the new card deck. All right, so again, I shuffled them, but you also have the elk. Okay, but the word they just said to me with you is passage. And I'm seeing like passage through like hills or passage between things. And this is kind of what they're showing me is going on with you right now. You're kind of like, things seem like they're very enormous around you, and you're just trying to make passage through to get through whatever's going on with you. And I feel this is like not necessarily people, but it's something that's difficult to maneuver for you, and not impossible, but it's more, okay, they just said it's more annoying to have to do it, and it's almost like you've repeated it, but they're showing me the elk, right, who live in herds, walking through very slowly, very carefully, where they step through this mountain passage. So what I'm being shown is they acknowledge that what's going on with you is happening. They acknowledge that as humans, we can face struggles with trying to maneuver through stuff that we look up at, and it just seems like we'll never be able to push through it. Just know that if you need assistance, ask the spirit lands, because your ancestors before you and those people that have been with you through this life that have transitioned to the other side, they will assist you and line things up in a helpful way for you. You just have to ask them to do that. You have to believe that they can help, because that's what they're doing. Once we transition our soul energy, we can be 100 million places at once, and we're still taking care of the people that we loved during life with the human, right? So keep your chin up. You'll be able to make it through whatever this is, whatever this, it's kind of like a really super narrow path that you're trying to get through. But no, you'll be okay. And yeah, so that's your card. It's the elk, and I hope it resonates well for you, and I wish you well. Thanks for being here. Hope it resonated. Okay. Yeah, you're a young chicken. You're what, 23 years younger than me. So yeah, you got a ways to go. You got a thing to go. Okay, what do you got? Oh, you got cats too? Nutmeg and pudding. That's cool. My daughter has a cat named Luna, and she has a cat named Pork Chop, which is very fitting for Pork Chop. She's a big girl. Okay, let me go down a little bit. Yeah. Hi, Rihanna. Thank you. Oh, I know, right? The 7 directions are really important. I had somebody the other day talk to me about working with the cards that I have, and the 2 layouts that I usually use are the 3-card layout, which is past, present, future, and then the full read is like the 7 directions. But here I just do a little bit. Okay, so all right, let me see here. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, you got 5? I used to have 5. I used to have 8 before I moved here. So yeah. Hello, Afia. How are you? I hope you're well. Of course, I can pull you a card. Okay, Kay, good. I'm glad it does. I'm glad it does. Okay, these cards are still so tight. Whew. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, this is one of my new cards. I love this card. All right, so your card today is the turtle. Okay, I love this card. I love the turtles. I love turtles. Actually, there's been some really great news about various types of turtles that are actually been hatching out. One thing about the turtle, I don't know if y'all know, but the eggs, whether they come out as males or females, depends on the temperature when they hatch. So I always thought that was just absolutely amazing how nature works, right? So the turtle with you, okay, Althea, the turtle, Althea, is water and land, right? Because they can survive in both. They also utilize air because they come up to breathe, but they can swim long times underwater, right? So what I'm seeing right now is I'm actually seeing a turtle like moving. So the turtle's like on land and it's actually moving, okay? It's not hiding in its shell, it's walking forward, and it's like, they're like, take no prisoners, take no prisoners. Whatever it is that's going on with you right now, it's like you just need to stand your ground and just walk through, declaring who you are, owning your own power. You don't need to shrink inside the turtle shell, right? Because that's what they'll do when they fear, right? This is nothing to have fear about. You just need to step into your power and own it. Whatever the situation is, will be fine, but you just have to own your power. Owning our power doesn't mean we have to be crazy with other people. It just means that we can stand in who we are at this moment, right? Everything that has made us up to this moment and all the tools and skills that it's brought us that we still carry, and it makes us who we are today, right? So this is just specifically saying, don't let anybody's intentions or anybody's words or things take you away from your goal. Just own your power and do what's needed to be done for you, okay, in the positive way. Okay, so I hope that resonates for you, and your card is the turtle. All righty. All right. I'm glad it does. Okay. Oh, you're not talking too much. You can talk. That's what chat's for, right? No problem. Yeah, sure. I can give you a card. Yeah, everybody's here. Well, most of the time anyway. Sometimes we get some people in here that, they're bots or they're just spammers. We just ignore them. No big deal. But yeah, you're not talking too much. It's good that you get to know everybody. That's always a good thing. Yeah. All right. So let me see this again. All right. So Carl, let's see. I hope you're doing well today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. I was actually talking about these the other day with someone. This is the prayer tie. Okay. So the prayer tie in my culture is put together with a very colorful piece of cloth, normally white or red, and it's tied with a white string, right? And inside we put sage and tobacco. Traditionally, it's just tobacco, but I always put sage and lavender with my tobacco, and then you tie it up and you put it out for protection, or you put it out for the ancestors or the divine or the universe to hear your prayers. Okay. So what I'm getting for you with this right now is actually more of a protection thing for you. It's almost like there are events, or not necessarily events, but situations, I guess, around you that you need to just avoid. Don't let your curiosity get to it. And this is definitely about protection. Just because the purpose that whatever the situation is and the people that are involved, they really don't have the words they're using is well-being. They don't care. They literally don't care about anything except themselves and what they've got going on. So you need to just let that go and push it away from you and protect. Okay. Because you don't need, what they just said is, you don't need that happy horse shit in your life. Okay. So yeah, chit. You don't need that happy horse shit in your life, right? Okay, so you'll be fine. It's just, don't let the curiosity get to you. Just let it go. It's not worth your time or energy. And a lot of us sometimes, we put a lot of energy into negative things that are going on around us or around our worlds or people or whatever. And you can't do that. You can't allow yourself to do that. You just, and if it's starting to get you sucked in, you have to step away from it. And this is what I'm being told for you. So you're protected, but make sure you don't try to pull those negatives into your life. Okay. So there you go. You got the prayer tie today, Cara. And I hope that made sense to you and resonated with you. Okay. I will. And Sue, I see you above her as well. I will also give you a card. Let me give Annie a card first, though. Yeah, and if you guys think, oh, wow, she's really low energy today, it's not necessarily low energy today. I'm just in a place of healing energy, which is a lot calmer than my normal self. So don't worry, I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I haven't had this card in a long time. Okay, so your card today is the Lion. Yeah. Okay, so the Lion, a lot of this is about inner strength. It's about fortitude. It's about being able to do things. And it's like, this is a time right now, and they're like talking to me really fast. It's like, this is a time right now that you need to kind of gather everything that you need together. You've got everything that you need, but you have to kind of organize yourself a little bit better. And it's like, you're trying to go through some things, but you're going through them very fast, and you shouldn't. You should kind of slow down a little bit so that you can appreciate what's going into whatever this is happening. Sorry, I got to shift. So the Lion brings about that you're capable of whatever this is, that you have the ability to do what you need and just stand in your own power and own it. But I also feel like there's a time crunch over your head, and I'm not sure what that's about, but they keep showing me a clock on the wall and it's spinning, which gives to me that there's a time limit or a scheduled amount of days or months or whatever, but you've got like it all there, but not everything is quite prepared for whatever this time crunch is. So they're just saying, make sure you make time for yourself to be able to do that and get things done in a organized manner, so that whatever this is that you're coming into will be taken care of. Like, and it's not a matter of you can't take care of it or you don't have everything you need to take care of it. It's just a lot at once. So they just keep telling me to come up for air every now and then. But, the Lion is like, you've got everything you need. It's, like the Katy Perry, hear me roar, right? I think it's Katy Perry. Anyway, that's what they're saying. Just, you've got this, do this. There's nothing wrong with doing this. We understand why you're doing it, blah, 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 and we support you. And that's all the spirit lands and your bloodline and your ancestors that have walked before you and people that have walked with you and have transitioned to the other side. So if you need help, and they're like feeding me this like rapidly. So I don't know if your personality is rapid, like you like to get things done, you have it there and you're going boom, 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 because that's what they're giving me. It's like a high energy thing. So they're just telling you, slow down a little bit and appreciate the process you're actually putting it into. I hope that resonates for you. And your card, Annie, is the Lion. Okay. All right. Hi, Carol. I see you down there too. Hi, Sue. Yep, I will give you. I'm sorry. I gotta just kind of squirm hard when the spot I broke on my femur was below the ball of it and in between that and the long shaft of your femur. So it's in a really kind of awkward place, and it's like the ball, then there's this little thing that comes out, and this little thing hooks to the, and I cracked it in that little in between. So sometimes it makes it a little more difficult to sit for some time. It's getting better, but not quite there yet. So if you see me squirming, that's why I'm squirming. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, okay. I love these guys. Your card today is the squirrel. Okay. Now, what I love about them is, and right now they're very active right now because, you know, it's springtime. Their clocks are saying it's springtime, and their eyes and nose are saying there's still snow on the ground. So they're kind of running rampant. So what I'm seeing right now, though, with you is it's that squirrel energy. So everything around you is moving faster than you want it to. So events, things that are going on, people that are around you that are kind of wanting a little bit of your attention for whatever, you know, whether it's work or home. But it's like it's all going faster than you are going. So like you want it to slow down. And that's what the squirrels are like. If you ever watch them, and I don't know if y'all know this, but squirrels will bury stuff, which everybody knows. They don't remember where they bury it, okay? Because their heads are usually going 50 miles an hour. So what they want you to do is kind of, Sue, step down a little bit, slow it down a little bit, and remember that you're in control. And this is something that a lot of us just kind of forget, that we're the ones that are in control of how we respond. We are the ones who are in control of things that we allow or don't allow into our lives, to our sacred space. So you just kind of have to own it. And if stuff gets kind of crazy and running around a lot, like I just see like the world whizzing, okay, by you. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that you don't want to get caught up into it. Just remember, you're the gatekeeper. Okay, you're the one that controls it. And every now and then, even the squirrel has to slow down just a little bit to catch up with the rest of the world. I hope that resonates with you, Sue, and I'm so glad you were here and spent some time with us today. Hi, Carol. Yes, I will give you a card. Let me just roll this up here a little bit. Okay, here we go. All righty. What? Mr. Mango. He wants these cards, and he's not getting this deck. This is the new deck. You're not getting it. All righty. Here we go. Carol, let me see what I got for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh. Okay, so your card today is the raccoon. Okay. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with raccoons. I think they're funny to watch. I think they're good, but they're also scoundrels, and they get into stuff that they shouldn't get into sometimes. And with this, it's kind of, see, it's in the hollow of the tree. So what I get with this for you is kind of like you've been, same thing, right? Look, see how it's like peeking out the window. It's kind of like what they show me is like you're peeking through a window at the world outside and around you. And it's kind of undetermined. You haven't made up your mind whether to venture out to it or just stay in where you're secluded and safe. Now, it's about a situation. So it's either you stay on the sidelines and watch and keep safe, or you jump into it, and it's kind of an undetermined result. You don't know until you would choose to jump out into it, but you're still in control. So whether you want to get involved with whatever this is or whoever or not is totally up to you. Now, I will tell you, staying inside your little world sometimes, and when you're pushed out into it, is kind of crazy. I've been doing this for the past 2 months, and I was kind of getting a little shack wacky, is what we call it here in Michigan, because you're inside all the time, right? And the weather's bad outside, so you can't really go outside at all. So it kind of makes you not always see things in a clear way. So what they're trying to tell you to do is kind of just observe from a distance what's going on with whoever it's going on with, the situation itself, and then decide what it is. But don't just jump right in immediately, and don't just stay back immediately. You need to kind of get a round picture of what's going on with this, whatever this is. So, and you have the ability, but you just have to remember that you're the boss, so you control the gates, and that's your card, the raccoon. I hope it resonated with you, and thanks so much for stopping on today. Love having all these new people. Okay, let's see who else is here. Ooh, hi, Mary. How are you? Ken, my brother, where have you been? I hope you're doing well, Ken. Okay. Okay, hang on. I'll get you right in a minute. What's this question here? Chloe, actually, I've seen spirit since I was like around 4 or 5 years old. Always seen them, always been able to do this. I shut it away in my teenage years and then opened it up back when I was in my 20s, shut it off again in my late 30s, turned it back in my mid 40s, and I really haven't stopped. Kind of like, I guess, the card readings are just a way for me to, kind of do short reads for people when you guys come on here. But I've been doing this for a very long time, and it's kind of been my purpose, because every time I leave it, I get shoved right back into it, because I'm supposed to help people heal. I'm supposed to help people find balance in their life again and bring positives to their life again. So yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, very long time. And God bless my parents that adopted me. They knew I had the gift, and they were okay with that. And I never forget the day that a couple days after my grandmother died, in the winter one year, and actually 1973, I think it was. And my dad came walking down the hallway, and he heard me talking in my room, and he opened it because it was really cold out. It was kind of chilly in the house. And he opened the door, and I was talking to my grandmother, who had just passed 2 days prior. And my dad just kind of was like, his eyes got really big, and he took a step back and just pulled the door back shut. And so I don't know, I've been doing this for a long time. Long time. Thanks for asking, though, Chloe. All right, Mary. Of course, I'll give you a card. Let's see what I got for you. All right. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, today is the day of repeats, which is really interesting when that happens, I think. Okay, Mary, your card today is also the deer, okay? Yours is more, though, about the herd. So it would be about the people that you choose as family, whether it's your friends or it is actually your bloodline family, but it's people that you are close to and hold dear. This is going to be, they're saying, like over the next 2-3 months. So probably into the end of May, there's going to be various reasons that'll pop up that you have to kind of keep tabs on everybody to make sure everybody's doing okay, everybody's doing good, so that when summer gets here, it's going to be like a yay, we've got all this cleared up and all this stuff taken care of. And it's almost like I see you. They showed me like you ever see on the tarmac when you go to the airport, or if you've ever traveled, the guys with the lights, and they're doing this, that, and the other thing with the lights to land the planes or direct the planes. This is what they're showing me. You're kind of the leader of this herd or grouping of people and situations. Just remember that it's almost like you have to look at things as down to the last tiny detail. And when you do that, nothing will get missed. And they just showed me, like, you remember when, what was it? The movie during Christmas time. I can't remember what it is. They leave, the little boy gets left behind. All the family goes on vacation and he gets stuck at home. You won't do this. Every little minute little detail will be taken care of because you're kind of running the family unit. So you're kind of the boss of the herd, right? And it'll be okay. Just rule with, well, maybe rule is the wrong word. Just kind of watch over and take care of things in a gentle manner, and everything will be good. And this is what the deer brings through too, is that gentle manner. Okay, so I hope that kind of resonates with you. And yeah, thanks very much for popping in. Okay, I'm sorry, Jillian. Yeah, I'll get you a card. I hope you're well. I am doing okay. Okay, one more time. We're going to do this again. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, see, and it's really funny because when I looked at your name, I thought cats, right? So what pops up? But the cougar, okay? The cat, the big cat, right? So, I don't know if you got something going on with cats, or if there's one that's around you that's maybe having some issues. This is really what I'm seeing coming through with the cougar. And it's kind of like the way I think about the birds and any animals I've had. I'm like, the mom to them. And the cougar that's showing up right now has like a litter. Not a litter, big litter, like two babies with her, 2 young ones with her. And she's showing me walking through, and the 2 babies, it could even be children that they're talking about right now, but they're kind of distracted and not doing what they need to do, or not doing as well as they should be. But I'm being told the mother's eye will take care of it. Like, you'll have this, you've got this. There's no reason to freak out or no reason to get upset. And again, I'm not really sure because they're showing me the cougar with 2 cubs or kits, whatever they call them. So I don't know if it's human kids or feline. But whatever it is, you'll have it under control. Things are going to kind of rapidly progress, but you'll be able to stop it, slow it down where it needs to be, so that you can handle it the way it needs to be handled. And it's really loud. You've got this. Don't freak out, whatever it is. And again, I don't know if it's human kids or actual like moo on my bed here. But whichever it is, because you're kind of blurring the lines with me right now, you're in charge and you're the mom, so you can take care of it. Okay. I hope that resonates with you and it makes some sense. Okay. Thanks for coming on, Jillian. I'm glad I get to see you. Well, not see you, but you're very welcome, Deja. I appreciate you being here. All right. Hi, Michelle Harris. Okay, so hi, Cindy Pinkham is in the house. So Cindy Pinkham is in the house. Who else is here? Okay, I don't know. I have to go run down the cards, I guess. Run down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, your card. I kind of have mixed emotions about these creatures, but they're really kind of awesome. The gull, okay? This is talking to me about your spirit. Like you have a heart that wants to love life. You love like finding out new things. You like to move about, and you move about easily within your life because you don't take a lot of stuff that other people would take personal. You don't take it personal. So this is about freedom. This is about the freedom of your soul, being able to do what it is that you need to do to balance your soul and feed your soul. And as long as you, and they keep showing me, like, if you've ever seen gulls, they can like stay in one position and they just ride that air current back and forth, right? And they do it so easily. And it often amazes me because they can stay right in the same space. And this is you. They're telling me you have the ability to do this and you're just enjoying your life and it's okay. And stuff that you see that might not be the greatest thing, or you might not be like really in tune with it or want to deal with it, it's okay because you've fed your soul so much positivity. You'll be able to get through this very easily, whatever this is that's coming up. Just don't let other people take away your joy. And this is what they're saying really loud. Don't let other people influence your joy. Don't let them minimize your joy. Don't let them take away your joy. Okay, and that's your card today, and it is the gull. Thanks for coming on. I hope it resonated for you, Susan. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You have to, right? You literally have to. And if you don't, it doesn't work. Like every time they put me on my butt for one thing or another, it's you've got to stop and you have to just have to allow that to happen. All right, Chris. I am. And you know what? I saw last week, and I apologize because I saw you had asked for a reading. I missed you before I left. And then I was going to inbox you, but my energy levels have been kind of crazy because of what I'm dealing with right now. And I haven't really been on social media a whole lot. Well, okay, so your card just flew out, literally. Your card is the hawk. Okay. Okay, so the hawk, and it jumped out. So that was the only card that jumped out. The hawk for you, hawks are really cool because they can go up really high and they've got this pinpoint eyesight where they can get a big view of what's going on, and then they can come down and grab their prey very quickly from a very high vantage point. And what this is coming through for you is okay, cycles, and they're talking about the cycles, right? And it's things that you do, and it's almost like repetitive, that you're in a cycle, and then sometimes you'll change it up a little bit and things will change and you'll think, wow, things are coming in, it's going to be better for me, and you get going along, but then it falls back into the same cycle for you. What I'm being told to tell you is for the next few weeks, and they're only giving me 3, so I'm taking it as 3 weeks, you need to kind of rise up and look at the overall picture to see what benefits you, instead of just like going through and pushing through. And I almost get, okay, don't hit me. Okay, don't get mad at me. But they're calling you like a bull in a china shop, right? I've been called that. I used to do that all the time, right? You rush in, And when we do that, we miss everything good that could have happened. And usually, because we do it, all the stuff that was positive coming in kind of dissipates and goes back. So what they're telling me to have you do is over the next 3 weeks, make sure when situations arise or things that come up, trust your gut first, because you do have that in you. We all have it in you. So trust your gut, but take time. Don't rush it, okay? And by doing that, you'll get all the positives that you need for this place that you're in right now with your life, okay? So that's your card right now. Very powerful energy too, and it's the Hawk. Thanks, Chris. I love you. Thanks for popping in today. Woo, okay, I'm gonna go down a little bit. Hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. Yeah, okay. Kelly Tyler. I can give you a card. Hang on, Rihanna. I will give you a card too. Yep. Let me get Kelly here a card. Kelly, I hope you're doing well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so there's some kind of a conspiracy. There's 72 cards. I shuffle them, and this has been one that's come up a few times already today, and it's the deer. Okay, so Kelly, for you, let me get a drink of water here first. Sorry, guys, hang on. Okay, so for you, Okay, so for you, I'm looking at the deer, and it's like shedding the winter coat, but it's like in the last parts of it. So I'm thinking this is like more towards June. And the coat, if you've ever seen or been around deer at all, their coats get really dark in the wintertime, and they're not really pretty. I mean, they're fur. You can tell with horses too, because horses get that. You always know when winter's coming or it's ending when the horses they shed all their fur. And when the deer finally get to that point, they're like a beautiful autumn brown. It's just gorgeous. And this is where I'm seeing for you, okay? You're going through some stuff right now, but in the beginning of summer, it's going to be all shiny and new, is what they said. So whatever's going on with you, you've got some time yet that you need to deal with some stuff, and definitely stuff that is kind of mundane. So it's just kind of everyday stuff to get you to that point. But I feel that there's been a goal set. Just know that goal being set, they are honoring it. Even if you're looking, like I said, like when you look at the deer and it's in the winter, it's rough coat and it's not looking great. Even if you're feeling that, right? Like, oh, I don't think I'll ever get to this point. I don't think I'll be able to accomplish this. I won't get to that goal. Don't believe that. You're working through it. And they want you to understand that. Like the deer shedding, it takes time, okay? There's no easy button, right? But it'll be okay. And it's almost like they're feeding it to you very slowly. So you're dealing with stuff and it's in a slow manner. Like you just want to get through it. But as soon as you get through one, there's a little bit more. So just know it's coming, but it won't be probably till the first part of June. Okay. So Kelly, that is your card, and it is the deer. Okay. So I would love to give you a card. And you know what? Once I get, because my my other deck with the angels was supposed to be out in February, and actually I screwed that up because I fell and was in the hospital for a week, and I'm still impaired. So that's pushed aside for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And when I get that, I'm going to do a read for you, Rihanna. You'll be the first one I do with that deck. Okay? All right. So your card today is one of my favorite creatures. And I just told my daughter I miss my ducks. I miss our ducks. We used to have, I had a 10-acre farm, and I had 180 ducks, and I just love ducks. They're so smart. They're well, mom is great parents, dad isn't involved very much, but they get through obstacles, and this is what I'm being shown. And you can actually, this was one of my khaki runner ducks that I took this. They come right up to the camera because they're very curious about stuff. Ducks never stop. And this is what I'm being told for you. Ducks never stop. They always find a way through any kind of obstacle. Doesn't matter what it is. And if you look at them when they walk, they're body heavy. They got two little legs, okay? They get along better in water, but when they're on land, they will get around any obstacles. And if you watch, even the mothers, and I actually saw a video this morning that was really cute, was this big slide, like concrete on the side of a river, right? They had poured like concrete, so it was like a concrete wall. And the ducks, the babies were trying to go down, but mom was still up top, and they would kind of get themselves back up top. Then she decided, nope, we're all going in the water. She pushed one of them into the water, and then she slid down the cement embankment, right? And every single one, and I think she had like counted to about 24. So she had about 24 little teeny ducks, and every single one of them came down after mom, and they swam off. They always find a way. And this is what I'm being told to tell you. You will always find a way. You just have to remember who you are. Okay, so that is your card today, and it is the duck. All right, I love ducks. Ducks, 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 ducks. All right, so let me see who else is here. Oh, hang on. Oh, it just zipped. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. Thank you, Janet. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't feel 100% yet, but I'm getting there. Sure, Lorraine, let's see what I can get for you. All righty. Crystal. Yeah, it's gone, you know, a day at a time, moment at a time. I'm not pushing anything. I told my kid I'm not trying to get off the walker right now. I can walk better, and I can put, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I can put down pressure on it now, but I'm going to just allow it to do what it needs to do, and that's heal. Anyway, here is your card today, Miss Lorraine, and it's the cow. And you're probably thinking, oh my God, I got a cow. Oh my God, is she saying I'm a cow? No, I'm not. Cows are one of my favorite animals as well. Believe it or not, they got big hearts. And they love people, and if they're raised around people, they'll even lay down with you on outside in the grass and just cuddle with you. And you might think that's a weird thing to say or a weird thing to happen, but it's really not. They're very amazing, very loving and caring animals. Okay, so the cow has 3 stomachs, and it takes going through 3 stomachs to be able to be useful for them. It's called ruminating, and that's where the word comes from when people ask you, like, what are you ruminating over? Because if you're, you know, you're pouting over it, or you're just annoyed over it, or whatever. So that's what that means. There's a situation coming up for you, if it already hasn't kind of shown a little bit of itself to you. And they're telling me to tell you, don't rush to judgment, because things aren't actually as they appear at first glance. You kind of need to let the process of whatever this is go through. Okay. And that's what they're showing me, the 3 stomachs, right? Let it go through before deciding how you're going to react to it. Because if you just take it at first glance, it might not come across the way it needs to. So you need to make sure how to engage with it properly. Yeah, okay. And I'm hearing May will be like, it'll be all like out and visible in May. So kind of keep an eye on it and just kind of watch it. Take a step back. and just like kind of watch it unfold before getting involved with it. But again, it's going to be between now and May. So, but make sure you keep a watchful eye. Sorry, I got hiccups. Okay, and that is your card. It is the Cow. Holy crowly. All right. Well, you guys, I know I'm running it a little short last week and this week, but basically that's because of my leg. I can't sit on a hard surface for that long. So I appreciate all of you being here, and thank you so much. And I hope that these readings kind of resonated with you. And until next time, make sure you keep watching Sean and Bex. They'll be back tomorrow. And until then, you know, my love to you all, and have a great day.
Yeah. Cool. Wasn't it? Bye, Bear, Mom Bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, Bear, Mom Bear, Mom Bear.